balls.
The transmog coming out from Trant is pretty sweet. I like that. I like the gray with the hint of red. It's a good contrast. But anyway, the game's about to start here. Here we go. 7 seconds.
It's a preset pair of gear, man. It's not creative at all.
Wait, look. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know. I tend
Is
to
it?
agree with Super T's. Yeah, just using a regular set is kind of basic. Anyways, Rositajones immediately going to run in, try to get out some initial damage. Trent actually using that Breath of Cindergosa right away on Rositajones, as well as the Wreck Storm. He's actually not taking too much damage. As I say, that gets hunked down a little bit, but Elite's going to pop those wings and quickly top him off. And really, those offensive cooldowns kind of wasted.
Yeah, and the Amos is going to be fading if Sphere's still sitting on Hot God. Elite has his wings up. He's going offensive with it. Death Pact had to be used there out of Trent. The Iron Bark and the Icebound Fortitude overlapped a little bit there, as well as the Heart of the Wild. And S coming out from Hot God TKO. The only cooldown he's got left for his teammates is his Trinket, and Feroh's going down. He's got to be careful. He uses the regen and the Die by the Sword immediately, trying to answer all of his bursts coming out from Rosita and Khryl. Rosita's getting pressure a little bit, but he has both of his blocks still. He's got the freedom. He's kiting away over top of his Kona Cold Slow. He does get grip, but he blinks out with the Deep Freeze. Feroh charges to him to try and Master Reflect it. He does get it, but Khryl lands a Fear, denying that CC. Doesn't really mean too much just yet. Krill's possibly going to throw a Silence onto him out of that. Doesn't seem like he's going for it just yet as the TSG stabilize.
Yeah, we're going to be looking for Rositajones trying to get Polymorphs onto Hot God, but it's going to be extremely difficult for him just because of how many interrupts Death Knights and Warriors both have. But anytime he goes for a Deep Sheep, he can always have Khryl as sort of a safety net to fear out of it and actually land some CC. Trant taking a little bit of damage right now. The AMS actually fading from him. He does get silenced up by Khryl, getting bursted hard. Hot God TKO caught into that full Hodge. Trant down to 12% HP, 10% HP, 8% Rallying Cry coming up from Feroh, but that is the full deep freeze on Hot God TKO. He decides to Trinket, Iron Bark, and Ass. And Trant is just holding on to the skin of his teeth at the moment.
Yeah, Rally's going to fall at 30%. Hot God TKO, you shot him out to avoid a polymorph. He's trying to line aside it. A ring's going to get tossed down here. They're trying to put the pressure onto Rosita, but they just can't get them out. Full 60 onto Elite. Rosita finally has to back off a little bit. He gets locked on Frost. He's got to be careful. He gets gripped on his blazing speed, but he's going to be able to blink away. Horrify onto Hot God now into a full Hodge. Trent could easily go down right now. The AMS barely coming off CD. They're cutting through it. DR Deep Freeze now onto Hot God. He is DR'd to polymorph because of that Horrify, so there's no more CC left. Now Trent popping the Pillar of Frost and the Breath of Cindergosa, trying to go offensive here at 20% HP. The Saved by the Light's going to proc on Rosita. Elite has the wings, and it's going to secure their kill over onto Trent.
There it is. The first one's going to go to Get a Grip, Get a Life. And the Holy Paladin God Comp, as predicted, is doing quite well. I mean, but this TSG does have another game to figure out if they can do anything up against this comp. We're going to find out here in just a hot minute, guys. Just one hot minute. We go ahead and ask them what map they would like next. So, I mean, the kill target for this TSG, what's their best shot? Who's their best kill target?
They have to go on the mage, because if they don't go on the mage, the Druid's just going to be deep ringed, deep sheep the whole game. So they have to hit a mage, and a mage is really hard to kill with pally freedoms. It's easy for him to get away and kite pretty effectively. So it seems like there's really no good target for them.
It's hopeless. Maybe they can pull it out.
Live and hit stuff. I'd say that they need to work on living longer.
Yeah.
Over what they need to hit.
You think if they did actually bring it to dampening, they might have a small advantage?
No, but I'm saying that
Sometimes-
if they lose
yeah.
in 2 minutes, they lost anyway. So
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes it's not even about bringing it to dampening. It's just you can like capitalize on people overextending, or like a lucky string of crits can give you a lot of pressure. So
I like that, yeah.
sometimes that's how you have to play as a cleave against something like Godcom that has a lot more control. You just have to sort of survive and hope for lucky damage.
Alright guys, here we go.
maybe
Let's jump.
steal a polymorph or something. He did steal one poly, and they, I don't know.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly. Stuff like that can really turn the tides in your favor.
Absolutely, man. I mean, we saw that one TSG in qualifiers. I think it was last week. They stole Cyclones from Asper and stuff like that. They stole lots of stuff, and it actually ended up winning them the game. Like, surviving at, like, no health. Really impressive play. So, well, here we go. I'm asking them what map they're interested in next.
I don't even know what map they could choose. I don't think there's going to be any map they can choose that gives them any significant advantage.
They're just going to bring it to a small map. They're just going to go straight to Ruins of Lordaeron.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to jump right into this next map, guys. I'll see you after the intro. But teases up, right?
Oh.
Here we go, guys. Welcome to Ruins of Wateron. Once again, Chasing Waterfalls versus Get a Grip, Get a Life. Here we go. I mean, so far it's been a pretty convincing game in regards to Get a Grip, Get a Life. They won the first game pretty convincingly, but I don't know. This is the map choice coming out from Chasing Waterfalls. Maybe they can make something happen here. It is just a best-of-3 series, though. I guess I could talk a little bit about... No, I can't. 7 seconds. Here we go.
Yeah, so I think the TSG is going to possibly all-in Elite. I'm not sure, because this map could backfire on them if they're not quick. With their damage output, at least. Hot's onto Feroh and Trant before Hotgodtko goes into stealth. He's going to want to camp that as long as he can to delay the CC as possible, give his team a little bit of leeway to get damage rolling. XQC onto Elite, triple fear lands, silence onto Trant. He's not going to be able to AMS as that silence is still up at 20% HP. Gets the AMS off in time. Deep freeze onto Hotgodtko now. They really need to stop the polymorph. Seems like they're going to be able to. Rosita's trying to fake cast the interrupts. He's just not getting them. Trant not baiting that mind freeze whatsoever. Now going into Blood Presence with the Iron Bark. Should be able to tank out the remaining amount of damage. And at this point, the Hotgodtko just needs to play defensive and wait for Deep Freeze.
Yeah, Khryl actually ended up trinketing that opening bash to get that fear on Hotgodtko to sort of get the pressure rolling right away, but because of that, he has no trinket now. Feroh actually having used both his defensive cooldowns and rage regen as well as the parry, as he is taking a little bit of damage, but Elite's going to pop those wings, as Rositajones, the target of choice right now, going to be able to top him off. And something to note about this game is Trant is actually playing the disease spec instead of Breath of Syndragosa, so he's going to have a little bit more consistent and AoE spread pressure and not as much front burst.
Yeah, and the Blade Storm coming out from Feroh, Asphyxiate onto Elite, trying to time their burst with that Asphyxiate. Pillar of Frost now being blown to try and burst down Rosita. He gets gripped on the Blazing Speed, but then he can just blink immediately. He gets charged. He's going for the poly. He doesn't even fake it, but Hotgodtko luckily shapeshifted it. Now into the Horrify, possibly the full fear out of that. It doesn't seem like he has. He's trying to bait the Displacer Beast. He silences him. That might just be enough to finish off Feroh. Master Fleck comes out with Rally and Ironbark as well as NS from Hotgodtko here, and he does end up getting full feared by Khryl. He is in caster form. He's trying to ring him. He lands the ring. Unfortunately, DR'd. Rally's going to fall. He has to use the regen heal here to sustain himself, and because of that Horrify DRing the ring, he's going to escape without having to trinket.
Yeah, but he had to use the Enrage regeneration. Now he has really nothing left for a while, and he's dipping down to 10% HP. The death's coming in from Khryl, and he's going to die. So, just slowly working through Feroh's cooldowns and eventually able to kill him with some CC on Hotgodtko.
There it is. And a quick 2-0 coming out from Get a Grip, Get a Life. And Chasing Waterfalls, I really do appreciate them